What's up, ladies and gents? xcalizorz here, bringing you some of his personal thoughts. And before anyone goes crazy, yes, there is no game sound. I actually tried to do this live commentary style, and I should have known better because this is way too chaotic, and I got sidetracked a few too many times. So I figured I'd just do a post-game commentary, as much as I hate doing those. But this is something I really want to talk about, and something that's been bugging me for a while now, and it's about PC gaming. And for those of you who don't know, I actually got a fancy new PC about a month and a half ago, and I've been, getting slowly getting back into PC gaming. And the last two games that I've bought on PC have been pain in the asses. First one being Deus Ex. How's this for fucked up? I tried to turn my settings down to increase performance because that game is horribly optimized for PC. And this is not just something on my end. My computer is great. It's like I said, it's only a month and a half old, and it's getting frame rate drops, which it should not be. I mean, I can play. How I was playing this World at War at 90 frames per second. Max graphic settings, and with fraps running to boot, and it was perfect. No frame dips at all. It was smooth as a baby's butt. But Deus Ex, nope, won't happen. And I try to turn my settings down, and the game says I can't run it anymore. And like, how fucked up is I'm trying to turn the settings down, and the game is telling me that I can't do it because my computer can't support it. I mean, I don't know. And this is not a problem unique to me. I mean, you can search any Deus Ex PC forums, or Deus Ex, or as I am going to call it, Dos Equis. My problems are hardly unique. Multiple people have different problems with it because it's PC. One solution for one guy is not the solution for another person. And second game being Dead Island. Good fun. But recently, if you've been following Dead Island PC news, not that you would unless you were playing it on PC, servers went down because they released the wrong version on Steam. And so they had to get the new versions out to everyone, and apparently that crashed the multiplayer servers, and they had to take it down for maintenance, or what have you, or whatever. And so I couldn't play co-op with Dino for those 2 days, and it's infuriating because on console those problems are not there. For the most part, when you buy a console game, it's gonna work perfect through and through. Not to say that console games don't have their own problems. Like, for instance, Fallout New Vegas. I remember was having reports of like people having their saves corrupted, or for whatever reason. It's not through their fault. It's just because it's a big bag of shit. So, but for the most part, console games, they work. And another thing I want to bring up. Actually, finished Dead Island. Couldn't play that, and there's actually another thing. Like, I read some posts about some people trying to play that game LAN style, like as an actual LAN. Two people physically in the same physical place. Playing through the same router, and that wouldn't work either. It's like, John, for like nothing was right with the PC version of Dead Island, and to top things off, there's a chance that your save could be corrupted, and lo and behold, Dino and I were victims of the corrupt save. So that's big fun. So we're gonna have to I guess kind of speed run it to the place that we were at before we start recording again. But it shouldn't take too long. Thankfully, we were not too far into the game, but it's still a pain in the ass. Like, if you're a console player, thank your lucky stars. I mean, I really do envy you. And, I know some of you are thinking, like, wait, don't you have consoles too? You have everything, so what's the problem? It's just, I don't know, I am a PC gamer at heart. I love PC gaming. I love the mouse and keyboard. I love, what it's capable of with the modding and all that fun. So, like, you can't do that on console. I mean, you're starting to be able to. It's like flash drives and, workarounds and fancy technology techniques that I don't care to research myself. But for the most part, I prefer PC gaming. But the way it is now is, PC games are just on the back burner. When it comes to support, and rightfully so. It's not. It's not without reason that these problems happen. It's just because the market for PC isn't there. And here's some numbers for you, just for instance, just to give you a gauge of just how big that spread is. Primetime Xbox 360 Black Ops can number anywhere between like 400,000 and 700,000 on at once, whereas PC at primetime probably tops out around 30 or 40K, maybe 50. So that's a huge discrepancy, and if you're in the business of making these games, you look at these numbers and you say, well, what are we going to put our efforts into? Are we going to put it into console, or are we going to put it into PC? And it's a no-brainer that it's going to be console games. And the real kicker is like, I'm going to sidetrack to actually what I wanted to talk about. First of all, was even on PC games, it's still a clusterfuck because Call of Duty, for instance, I would definitely not mind playing this on PC. Mouse and keyboard, first-person shooter, it's a no-brainer. It's amazing. For instance, another comparison here: Monday Night Combat console and Monday Night Combat PC. Compare those two videos, and I guarantee, you'll see a much better player when I'm on PC. Not to mention that the game actually runs a little bit better, though. Actually, what I just told you, that really is not the case most of the time. But consoles are only capable of so much. They can only handle so much. They're pretty weak compared to PCs. So when a game like Monday Night Combat actually, properly works, it's properly developed, or what have you, that's the difference it can make. It's amazing. But with Call of Duty, I'm sitting here playing Team Deathmatch on Courtyard with a 500 kill limit, which doesn't sound bad. Small maps on Call of Duty are very popular. Your shipments, your rusts, your courtyards, your nuke towns. Some of the most popular maps ever made in the Call of Duty franchise. And I'm playing it 15v15 right now. This server tops out at 40 people, and it doesn't take a genius to know that this map is not meant for that many people. And I'm not playing on this server, because I'm an idiot. Not complaining for no reason whatsoever. This is one of the only active servers that I ping decently to, and I think last night checked, there were actually no, proper 6v6 or even 9v9. They just don't exist, and even if they are there, they're empty. All the people are in these big servers, and I have a hard time understanding why that is because playing like this, there really is no tact. For some odd reason I managed to do well. That surprises me. I guess I just have a knack for doing pretty well in these chaotic settings. I was really good at 9v9 Rust. I rarely lost those games. Don't ask me how I managed to pull that off, but I do. But, if I had my choice, I'd rather be playing 6v6. Or not. I actually would settle for 9v9 on World at War because these maps are a little big, but not Courtyard. 6v6 Courtyard would be an ideal number, but with PC gaming, these people just love these big, gigantic servers, and I cannot understand why. And this has been like that for ever since I started PC gaming with Battlefield 1942, where if you load that game up now, the only populated servers are servers that are 32v32, and that's a fucking nightmare. It's a clusterfuck. It's annoying. There's grenades everywhere. The grenades are worse than Frag 3 in Call of Duty 4, and that is not an exaggeration. So you've got 32 people on each side just throwing grenades in the air, ramming each other. It's like, if I could give you an analogy, the best way to put it would be like, the Russian way of fighting war. Just slamming guy after guy after guy into, it's just pretty much just zerging, more or less. And, except that the people that the Russians are fighting are doing it back, so it's just a big giant clusterfuck. And I just don't see the fun in it. I guess you could say there is the beauty and chaos. Some people like that. I do okay. I'm not loathing. I didn't loathe the game I had just played. I did loathe the game after because my team sucked. Got my shit pushed in, sort of. I still did pretty well, but not well by my standards. But whatever. So I just like if you're on console, like I'm wondering. My question to you is: would you be interested in like playing, bigger games on console, like your 32v32s or whatever? And if you're on PC, um, would you much prefer to play, proper sizing, you 6v6 nuke towns or courtyards or just proper size game modes? That's pretty much what I'm getting at. And I actually wish I had more footage recorded, and I actually have a bit more to say on this, but I'm lazy, and I'd expect a part 2, maybe. Well, actually, I shouldn't say expect it, but be on the lookout for it. I can't say when it'll come out. I don't know, but be on the lookout for it. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to give me your thoughts. So, peace out.